Get ready for the hottest news in the world of Formula One. Mercedes is back in full force, showing they still have what it takes to fight for the top. But hold on, because the action doesn't stop there. Ferrari is making moves like a game of chess, and it looks like not everything is rosy in Red Bull's garden. Speaking of teams making headlines, McLaren is causing quite a stir. On top of that, we have some hot gossip about the rivalry between two world champions that will make you think twice about working with your idol. Curious? Then don't go anywhere. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the time to click that little red button. Alright folks, let's talk about Mercedes, who are flying high. At the British Grand Prix, the German team showed they still know how it's done. Lewis Hamilton, the guy some thought was getting too old for this, put on a show and took the victory home. And it wasn't just luck. The W15 was a beast. Andrew Shovlin, the head of engineering, was proudly saying that the car didn't show any weaknesses throughout the weekend. Just imagine, Hamilton was so confident it seemed like he was driving in his backyard, which, well, he kind of was. And it doesn't stop there. Shovlin dropped the bomb. The W15 is now performing well in all types of corners. Remember those problems at the start of the season? They're gone. But folks, the message is clear. Mercedes is back in the game, and they're back strong. Are we going to see more victories from Hamilton this year? The championship is getting hotter and hotter. Now let's take a look at what's happening over at Ferrari, folks. It seems like the Scuderia is doing one of those famous spring cleanings, only in the middle of the year. Frederic Vasseur, the new team boss, is coming in strong and isn't messing around. Unlike Mattia Binotto, the previous guy, Vasseur is bringing in people from outside to shake things up. It's like calling in that uncle who knows everything to fix up the house. And check this out, Enrico Cardile, who was the technical director, has already flown the coup and gone to Aston Martin. The craziest part is that Vasseur didn't even try to keep him. It looks like Vasseur had been planning some changes, and Cardile wasn't in the plans. But wait, there's more. Ferrari isn't just changing people, they're redesigning the entire car. Chassis, suspension, the whole package. It's like they said, you know what? Let's do it all from scratch. Will all these changes work out? Ferrari is betting big. They're determined to get back to the top and seem willing to do whatever it takes. What do you all think? Is Ferrari on the right track, or is this all just a big mess? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Oh, and if you're enjoying these hot F1 news updates, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's quick and easy. Guys, now let's talk about Red Bull, and wow, things are heating up. It seems that not everything is energy drinks and wings in the world of the Austrian team. Let's start with Daniel Ricciardo, the eternal smile of F1. Well, that smile is looking a bit strained lately. The guy is taking some heavy criticism for his performance this season. It's tough, right? And to think he was once Red Bull's golden boy. But it gets even more intense when we talk about Sergio Perez. The Mexican is in a situation that would make anyone break a sweat. Helmut Marko, the guy who doesn't mince words, is already talking about replacing Checo. And guess who's in the crosshairs? Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda. And listen up, because it's serious. There's even a clause in Perez's contract that could leave him without a seat if he falls more than 100 points behind Verstappen. Imagine the pressure. Perez is racing against time. If he doesn't improve his performance in the upcoming GPs, he might end up watching the rest of the season from home. The summer break is coming up, and with it, a major change at Red Bull could happen. So, what do you think? Does Perez deserve another chance, or is it time for a change? And who do you think should take the second seat at Red Bull if Checo is out? The fan debate is on. Let's talk about McLaren, who are putting on a show of almost victories. The team boss, Andrea Stella, says they still have a bit of work to do, but check out this turnaround. Those recent missed victories are actually a good sign. Think about it. A year ago, McLaren was at the back of the grid. Now, they're fighting at the front. It's like they went from the bench straight to the starting lineup. At Silverstone, McLaren led the race during the wet conditions but ended up third and fourth. Piastri got stuck on track when the rain hit, and Norris lost the lead due to a slow pit stop, and then they chose the wrong tires for him. But here's what Stella said. We didn't have these kinds of missed opportunities 12 months ago. We have to look at the positive side. And you know what's even crazier? Some people out there are saying that McLaren has the best car on the grid. but Stella is keeping it real. We make good use of the car, but we don't necessarily have the fastest. Stella is urging the McLaren crew to learn from their mistakes and move forward. He said, "We are racing against teams that have won championships after championships. We are more of a work in progress. It's like competing with the seasoned neighbor while you're still learning how to mow the lawn, you know? So what do you think? Is McLaren on the right track to get back to the top, or do they still have a long way to go? Leave your thoughts in the comments." Now let's talk about a story that's practically an F1 soap opera. Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. These two guys have a history that could make an action movie. It all started back in 2007 when they were teammates at McLaren. Just imagine, an ambitious rookie and a seasoned world champion sharing the same garage. What could go wrong, right? Well, apparently, everything. The rivalry between these two was so intense that even Toto Wolff, the Mercedes boss, chimed in recently. He revealed that all this drama, along with that Spygate scandal, remember that, was what prevented Alonso from joining Mercedes between 2014 and 2020. Just imagine Alonso in place of Rosberg or Bottas. The F1 world would have been quite different, but the story doesn't end there. In 2025, there was a huge commotion when Hamilton announced he was moving to Ferrari. Everyone thought it was the perfect chance for Alonso to finally join Mercedes. But, surprise, the Spaniard decided to stay at Aston Martin, signing a long-term contract. It's incredible to think how a rivalry from almost 2 decades ago still influences these guys' decisions today. Do they still hold grudges against each other? Or is it just the media blowing things out of proportion? What do you think? Did Alonso miss a big opportunity by not going to Mercedes? Leave your thoughts in the comments. All right, speed lovers, we've reached the end of our news race, but what a race it was. We saw it all today. Mercedes rising from the ashes like a phoenix, Ferrari undergoing a major overhaul, Red Bull with their internal drama, and even a near Alonso at Mercedes moment. The world of F1 is more hectic than a qualifying lap at Monaco, and we're here to bring all these thrills to you. What's coming next? Will Mercedes continue their rise? Will Ferrari manage to reinvent themselves? And who will survive the pressure at Red Bull? One thing's for sure, the season is far from over and promises more twists and turns than the corners at Spa. And the best part? You'll be following it all right here with us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and share it with fellow F1 fans. Want to stay updated on all the news and gossip from the paddock? Then subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. And which news surprised you the most today? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We love reading your opinions. Keep those engines warm because we'll be back soon with more hot news from the world of Formula One. See you soon.